And welcome to our live discussion, the itty bitty nerdy committee. I'm I'm BC Boy.
I'm T-State.
Wait. Whoa.
I don't know the role.
That's fine.
I'm Red.
Cable.
Now you.
I'm T-State.
There it is, and it is I, Shino Brando. Woo!
And we'll be discussing recent news from across the multiverse, live from video games, anime, comics, and more. And yeah, just figure out what's happening with this.
All right.
As good an intro as we're gonna get.
10-4.
Yes.
Yeah. How are y'all doing? Fine.
Decent.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Driving.
Y'all like birthdays?
I had one recently, yeah.
I know. And what's funny is that you and Image share birthdays in the same fucking month. Look at that.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah, I'm serious. So if Image
Wow.
had their birthday last week,
Mm-hmm.
right? They turned 30, which no one actually thought was ever going to happen because everybody thought Image was going to fold within its first couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Look and behold, they're old now. Oh my god.
We've been here for 30 years.
Oh my god. And to celebrate that 30 year, the current publisher and editor, Eric Stevenson, is actually heading a 12-month anthology series from Image. It's going to have a couple of names attached to it. I'll let you know right now, in fact.
Go
so,
on.
So a couple of names you may or may not recognize. There's some guy in here called Robert Kirkman. You guys know him?
Yeah, he might be in charge of a little thing called Invincible.
Maybe that. Yeah, Corey Walker.
I heard of that.
Right. Ed Brubaker, whoever that guy is.
Definitely not the guy who invented the Winter Soldier.
Brian Lee O'Malley. What a name.
Right.
I mean, who's that guy, right? Whatever. Cool. We have a Nathan Fox, Zoe Thorogood, a couple other names here. Kelly Sue DeConnick. You guys remember James Tinian IV and
Yep,
Steve
sure
Liebert? Yeah, and a few other names in there too. That will show up throughout the 12-month run. So that starts in April, I think the 13th. Also be available digitally, so you can catch it on your Amazon Kindle. I'm throwing an endorsement in there. Sue me! All right. Did it.
Hey!
Damn.
Let's
But yeah,
go.
that's Image. Yeah, it's Image Comics news. And on to other news. Throw up the gang sign. Yeah.
Which one? I can't
Right,
do it.
Boba. Listen, man. So,
Boba Fett. Like,
right, Boba Fett. Right.
Elaborate.
Yeah. So, you guys know that hard theory that people won't let go, that like Mace Windu is not dead until you see a body in Star Wars. That person ain't dead.
That's how that goes.
Right?
And sometimes you see the body and it falls down a shaft and they're still not dead.
Exactly right. Jedi are known to land from long hard falls.
That's correct.
With one arm or not, they seem to do it right. And so, throughout you guys, I don't know if you guys pay attention to Clone Wars, but you remember Babby Boba was always trying to kill Mace and he failed like 2-3 times.
Embarrassing,
right?
yeah.
You're right. You know the history of Boba usually gets revenge on those that have wronged him. Well then, so the rumor is on the Disney lot, okay, that Sam's been hanging around, walking here and there between the MCU side and Lucasfilms and just talking to shit. And people have been like, hey, man, people are saying Mace ain't dead. And he's just like, oh, that's cool. And Disney's like, listen, so we're kind of listening. And he's like, you people talk to my people and let me know what's going on. So Disney doesn't want to admit to anything just yet. And again, it's still hard theory, but because Sam has a lot of friendship over there and he seems to be an always busy guy. And again, until you see a dead body, he ain't dead, right?
Correct.
So Mace Windu might be coming back one day. And they may de-age his face just a little so that Sam Jackson can go on screen and possibly get killed by Boba Fett. But again, that's
Maine
just
with
a
a good
hard
point.
theory.
He got his hands cut off, electrocuted, and fell from a tower. How could he not be dead?
But Drat, right above him, is the exact same point, though. Darth Maul, though. Like, that
guy was in half.
Here's what I'm saying. When he returns, not if he returns, when he returns, we'll have to change that saying.
Yeah.
Somehow,
So
Mace Windu returned.
So here's the fun one. So I don't know if you guys have been watching Boba Fett lately.
Not I.
Oh no. Okay.
Unfortunately, I
seen
have.
this week's
Yes.
episode.
Well,
So I'm with you.
You're
Sheen.
arguably better off not seeing it.
oh yeah. Well, it showed a little flashback of Grogu surviving. That night, Order 66, that bad night, right? But it doesn't show you how he got out the temple. He seems to blank out. Now, there's a couple of theories that are lingering around, but one that seems to be holding a lot more that people have gone back to is that Mace Windu saved him on his way out.
Someone's got
Let's
to.
go.
Like as he's
Get that
falling.
baby out of there.
So things might come together. We'll see. Again, last night's episode was directed by Dave Filoni. I love that name. Such an amazing man with his cowboy hat and his imagination. Oh yeah, I love him.
And his respect for a franchise.
His respect for a franchise.
Exactly.
Love you, man. All right, but yeah, that's what's out there right now. So keep your fingers crossed. Maybe Sam Jackson might come in and purple blade a motherfucker. Who knows?
Anyways, yeah.
But that's about it. And on to other things.
Yes.
So, as is
Hi.
tradition on this channel, we do have a lot of Black History Month stuff going on. We like to share a lot of content and educate the masses out there. So I just want to bring attention to you guys to one, Karama Horne. She is a Brooklyn-based producer, podcaster, and culture journalist. She's a speaker and content creator. She founded the Blurred Girl in 2013, which is the central hub for talking all stuff that we do with a touch more class to it. With a strong emphasis on inclusion, diversity, and the large, often ignored sub-fandom that is Black nerds or blurs. She has done a lot of host work for Sci-Fi Wire, New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, BET, Nickelodeon, Funimation, Skybound, and Rooster Teeth. And now we add Marvel to that list. Set for release as of September 2022, Karama has penned Protectors of Wakanda, a history and training manual for the Dora Milaje. Yeah. Have I got your attention? All right, listen to this one, okay?
So, since you said Nickelodeon, Funimation, and all that in the same sentence.
Oh yeah, well yeah, she's
Was that the
a
same
busy
breath?
lady. Oh yeah,
Same
she's a busy. Yeah. But check this. So, from this book, the description is: learn what it takes to become a member of the Dora Milaje, Wakanda's elite all-female guard, with its exclusive in-world history and training manual. For the first time, step inside the secret society of women warriors and discover what it's like to train as a member of the Dora Milaje. Recruited from across all tribes, the selected initiates undergo intense training, both physical and mental. It also states that passed down from Elder Dora to initiates, with entries by General Okoye, Princess Shuri, and Queen Mother Ramonda. Protectors of Wakanda reveals not only the history and foundation of the unit, but collects strategy, weapons, and combat training, as well as code of honor, and a lot of nuances of service that you're required to protect the Black Panther and the nation of Wakanda. Bam. So that you too can approach your opposition and tell them move, or you will be moved. There's also additional There's also additional commentary and guidance from such noteworthy mommies as like Mistress Zola, no relation to Arnim Zola, and Ao and Anika. You can pre-order on Amazon. I did it again with the endorsement.
Did it again.
Right. Yes.
You can probably also order it from your local comic book store.
You can do that too, and you can catch Karama Horne on her show, The Blurred Girl, wherever you get your pods, man. So you check her out. I'm actually interested. I'm actually invested. I'm going to check her out pretty soon.
And also,
Yeah,
tell
fantastic.
her that we sent you.
Oh, actually, we can, because she is open to always communicating with other pods and working with them, and so she has a link. So I'm actually gonna hit that link and talk to her and see what's up.
Nice.
Let me give you my number. Like,
Right?
Hey.
the shockness.
Red just seems about this whole thing. So that's fun.
Listen, you there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking impressed.
Thank you.
Good
All right.
stuff. Good show.
All right.
Damn.
All right, Sloan, it's your turn.
All right.
Where'd you like to begin?
I would like to begin with what's going to be the shortest Last of Us. This kind of, for us, all being Edmonton locals, this does kind of fall into that local news. They're filming in Edmonton, Calgary, and some southern Alberta, which I've referred to us as the Hell Province a lot, but this feels a little on the nose.
I mean, did you see when they were filming at the legislature?
Yes, I did. I was downtown for that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
funny.
Good stuff. Old news though. So the new news. So we're
The
getting
news,
a little
if
bit.
you will.
The news. Thanks. So we're getting a little bit more about what this is actually going to look like. Unsurprisingly, the narrative structure is going to differ from the video game. That's kind of what we want at this stage. There was a time when you could make a movie or a TV show based off a game and have it follow directly, like really old generation Laura Crawford. You could kind of do that. But with the plethora of playthroughs, you don't have to be a gamer to be exposed to the story. So I'm really so it's good to know and kind of expected that the series of events are going to be different. The timeline's going to be a little different. Also, and this is going to be an interesting way to see how they do this, because in the original video game, the virus starts 2013 and then it's a 20-year period. They've stuck with the 20-year timeline, but they have instead decided it starts in 2003.
That's
Which
different.
situates the game not 10 years from now, but now.
Literally now.
Literally now. Now, I'm interested to see how that plays out. It's a choice. It's a choice. Could be done really well, could be not. If nothing else, there's some intrigue in how much metaphor, how many parallels they want to draw. Got a couple more casting announcements, notably Ron Swanson himself, Nick Offerman, is going
That guy kills me, man.
he's got a small role in the show, so that's exciting. He is picking up a role from the game, and I'm trying to find his character right now, and I have that window closed, so we're gonna skip over that. Apologies.
To vamp for just a hot second, did you know that
Yeah.
he's in an animated show that like follows the same sort of art style as Bob's Burgers?
I did know that. He would make a good voice actor. Like, he's so
Yeah.
distinctive
Yep.
that, yeah, kind of like Patrick Warburton, where it's just like,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
wouldn't you want a character to sound like that?
Yeah.
That's the problem with voice acting, is you have to be able to bring so much character into your voice.
Peter.
All right. We'll move on to one that was by request, but also
Threatening?
fits. So, we, over the last few episodes, we didn't do it last week, but we've had a tradition of who fucking asked. The answer to that is red.
This one's
Oh.
my fault.
Red.
This one's my fault. I did it.
Oh,
I did it. I
okay.
did it.
Red asked
I
for
did.
this.
Red
There we
asked
go.
for this.
I did.
Mhm.
And I agreed. Yeah, so we are getting... Do you have images up for me, Red? Should I just jump into this?
It's
I hope you're talking about the same thing I'm talking about.
Yes, I'm talking about the Jurassic League.
Oh no, I'm done.
no,
Oh,
that's not what's on
Switch that.
screen.
Haha.
Switch that image.
Haha.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
Ooh.
Ah.
I was thinking you seemed a little delighted to talk about a Holocaust comic.
Brutal. No, absolutely not. I was
Big
going to
brutal.
end on the sour note because it feels wrong to talk
Then
about
we'll get there. Sneaky surprise.
Jurassic League
Anyway.
after.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to do the lighter thing first.
Mm-hmm.
Start them off gently. Thank you.
DC, Jurassic League.
Mhm.
Combining the two things that 8-year-olds love, dinosaurs and superheroes. This is unreal. This is going to be amazing. Anthropomorphic dinosaurs just inserted into the DC comic book universe. It's going to be a 6-issue limited series, drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson and Juan Gideon. It's just going to be bonkers. Looks like it's going to be really good. We've got Batman as an Allosaurus. Looks like a T-Rex. Small difference.
He's got arms. He's actually got arms.
He's actually got arms. Wonder Woman as a Triceratops. I don't know why Triceratops are femme-coded, but they are.
You're right, though. They
Yeah.
are.
I don't know why. Is it just the pun on the name Sarah? Unclear.
No, big shield, stabby nose.
Yeah, it's like you could make an argument for Wonder Woman's headpiece that doesn't explain the other instances.
Yeah.
And most excitingly, the Joker is going to be played is going to be drawn as a Dilophosaurus. I'm so glad I didn't butcher the pronunciation of that.
Yeah, they're taking some choice dinosaurs, ones that you can't pronounce. Why don't I have to go raptor?
Nah, fuck raptor.
What's notable about that one is they're the ones that have the weird like neck frills.
Yeah.
So stylistically, I could see that it's kind of reminiscent of a Joker or a clown suit.
I suppose, yeah.
However, I firmly believe that everyone who dates men has an ex who really liked the Joker for all the wrong reasons and who also kind of looked like a neck fringe lizard.
Haha, so fun fact, it's on
overlap
screen
with
right
those two.
now, by the way.
Woo!
It's on screen. Perfect. Yeah. All right. Probably time to move on to more serious topics.
Just for a moment,
Yeah.
So the Jurassic League is, I didn't know I wanted it until Polygon sent out a thing, put out an article today, and I went, guys, what is this? Who wants news? You take it.
Yeah.
Someone had to
I
bring it up.
guess, who asked for this, but also, yes, please.
Oh, by the way, I've already asked Variant Edition, and we're already getting issue 1.
Nice.
I've already done
As
it.
far as comic book characters go, this is the chocolate-covered bacon of comic book characters.
Good way to put it.
You know?
Where's the lie?
Yeah, where's the line? Two good things
Listen.
together must be great.
Jurassic League wasn't the gift I asked for, but I'm not mad at it either.
Right? I didn't know I wanted it. And then I went, oh, you're going to get that guy to draw it? That dude drew Wonder Woman Dead Earth. And quick little thing about Wonder Woman Dead Earth. Let me just switch to us for a second while I say this. It features Wonder Woman using the spine of Superman as a mace.
That seems like a lot, gotta be honest.
It is the coolest Wonder Woman book I've ever read, ever.
I am
Where's
going
the
through
rest of Superman when this is happening?
wait.
Here,
Read
there,
read the
a little
book,
bit in
find
your
out.
heart, a little bit over there.
Okay.
I heard that description and
Do you want me to repeat it?
you just one more time.
Yeah.
For me.
So, right, the spine of Superman
Mm-hmm.
is used as like a mace.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going through many emotions right now. Love be two of them. Sure. For sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Go on. Okay.
Awesome.
I mean, we know where part of Superman is. His spine is literally in Wonder Woman's hand. So
It doesn't matter. She has all my love now for this. Let's go.
Listen, I'm gonna buy this book and I'm gonna show you.
You may not be able to get the book back.
And if I do get the book back, I won't be able to undo the pages. Anyway,
I wasn't gonna go there. That's
Bro?
all on you.
That is a personal problem there, buddy.
speaking of problems,
Yeah, speaking of problems, getting onto just bad news. I'm gonna call it bad news. I genuinely feel
Sad
that
news?
banning sad news, bad news. So a Tennessee County School Board has decided to remove and ban the graphic novel Mace from their curriculum and their schools. The reason they've cited is language, nudity, and violent themes. This is really uncomfortable. This is a book that is able to teach all ages, but definitely younger ages who don't have kind of the background knowledge about pretty much the darkest, worst period in human history. The board voted 10-1 to remove it, commenting that it should be replaced, quote, if possible, with another book with less objectionable content. There's no such thing as a book about the Holocaust without objectionable content. It's an entirely objectionable, deplorable event in history.
Yeah, it sucked ass very much.
Yeah.
And you know
I
what I mean?
mean,
Like
yeah.
we shouldn't forget about it. It should still, remind you of like your past history, dude. It's a real terrible time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like,
if a
Yeah.
palatable discussion about a genocide exists, which kind of skeptical about, that should never be how you teach that event. You should
Yeah.
never teach it in a way that's comfortable to hear because
No.
it
That's it.
shouldn't be.
that's
This
right.
is something that should at no point be comfortable. And like the general thing seems to be that like parents are worried children are going to be upset by it. Yes.
Correct.
That's the
Yeah.
idea.
That's the point.
Yes. Full stop. Yes.
Please.
Be upset with the concept of Nazism. Be
Sucks
upset with
ass.
genocide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Be upset with the ever rising, weirdly apt following of the rising of fascism.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And this is a very well known book and a very critically acclaimed book, and this has been a book that has gotten so much good press, for lack of a better description, about how well it handles these things and about how well it delivers these messages.
Yep.
Yeah, it's upsetting. It's upsetting, and I will say there's not good news, but I do have an opportunity for a call for action if you're upset by the banning of books in general, but you're particularly upset about hearing that this is a thing that is happening. There is a couple of different comic stores, notably in Tennessee itself, a comic book store called Comic Conspiracy, owned by Ron Higgs. They have been donating books just straight up to families in McMinnon County where this ban has occurred.
Okay.
So the response generally being, if you're going to take this out of the schools where children can access it for free through their school curriculum, I'm going to find another way to make sure kids can get access to this story.
Jeez, as if the internet doesn't exist also.
As if the internet doesn't exist also. And this has grown. He's already given up well over 100, or given out well over 100 copies. He's got some also that are on loan right now, which I think is very cool given that they are a comic shop that they're choosing to take on. Again, it's been removed from your school library. What are the alternatives? They do have a GoFundMe going right now, which is where there's an opportunity for call to action. The goal is to keep doing this over the county. We've also seen an increased interest in this book because now it's a controversial book, and that I'm not going to suggest there's a silver lining in banning a book. But it is very heartwarming to see that so many people are now interested in reading this themselves. I know Red was talking about trying to get a hold of a copy, and there's some difficulties because they've been bought up.
On Amazon, which is where I buy a handful of my just trades and all of that, you can either find it in French or German.
Interesting.
Because the English copies are
Unfortunately,
100% sold out, or they're hundreds of dollars on resale.
Yeah. And that's also troubling to see that people are maybe taking this opportunity. I don't want to suggest that people are scalping this book, but
They are,
man.
Amazon.
The world works on exploitation, man. This is what we do, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, someone's gonna put it on eBay for hundreds of dollars. Come on.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just. I think it's important to bring up the fact that this is a very unusual case of censorship. This is not the first time this book has been challenged.
Nor is it.
I remember it being challenged in Edmonton around the time it was first published.
And
terrifying.
I will tell you the same thing that somebody told me. The only thing you do by banning books is you increase their popularity.
Yes.
Because the moment that catches a news cycle, that book is in people's hands wondering, oh, why is it banned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the optimism in that perspective that like this is maybe going to get more people reading it. One of the issues with banned books is once it's challenged in one school district, there are some people who will take up that cause to try to get it banned in other
Yeah, you
school
set a
districts.
precedent.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mhm.
set a precedent. This book, this graphic novel, does not deserve that precedent. The challenge came from a grade 8 classroom. If that's... I don't have children. I probably shouldn't comment on what age children can deal with certain
That's
things.
too bad. Let's do it anyway.
Yeah, that's not a red flag for me to have that in an 8th grade classroom by any stretch.
mean-
It's more of a red flag to get that far and not know at least some idea of how horrific Nazism was.
Yeah, I
It's-
mean, our local curriculum includes a lot of potentially offensive material in grade 8 social class. So to say one thing is more or less appropriate for that age group, like grade 8's literally the category where they, to put it politely, stop sugarcoating a lot of history. The
Mhm.
Canadian has its ups and downs, and it certainly likes to pretend we didn't do as many things as we definitely did to the indigenous populations. Yikes.
Hey,
But-
fuck.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But grade 7 is where you kind of go, okay, here's brief rundown of Canada, and grade 8's where you go, and what about the world?
Mhm.
And I don't think it's unreasonable to include, hey, the Nazis were terrible in your what about the world introduction.
Especially if you can
Uh,
do it in a medium that is, like, as the years go
Approachable.
by, like, increasing in popularity in itself.
Graphic
Right?
novels are really accessible.
Yeah, I am pretty sure this was the most checked out book when I was in grade 6. Like I can remember the librarian having a, and a list. I don't know why I made this gesture for a list of people waiting to take it out. There were like a few of them, and they didn't go on the shelf. You had to see when you were on the list. Yeah, and I wasn't in the debate for the school board deciding to leave this out, but one of the things that was brought up was profanity. The word damn appears in the text. Come on. Yeah,
You want me or him first?
either or.
Red, just go ahead first, man.
Okay.
I
If you're gonna do that, I believe there's another text that also involves incest and a whole other things that are deeply more disturbing, but that book's not getting banned anytime soon because
Yep.
it's the Bible.
Yep.
Lots of people
Uh,
get damned in the Bible. It's a whole theme.
y'all let your kids watch Game of Thrones and let them fanboy for Deadpool, but Nazi mice is your problem. Got it.
Yeah. And I mean the timing on this is weird too. They announced the ban on Friday, which was the International Day of Memorial for the Holocaust, so that's
They did
upsetting.
not.
They did.
They did.
Oh my god.
So
You know how you know those are
that's
those
how
are South.
tone deaf you are.
Yeah, you know how those people come from American Southern states, because the motherfuckers got no taste. Okay, they're tasteless, and that's why they did that move on that.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's not actually like. Sorry to suddenly get derailed because I got excited about something, but it's for all that this is like a very distinct example of a book getting banned. There's actually been a lot of movement in the southern states to remove a lot of Black creators on the grounds of trying to remove critical race theory because they think it's too advanced a concept for children. But then they just are blatantly removing fiction novels written by Black authors because there's critical race theory in there, and it's a lie.
Hey, BC.
And even if it was true, there's nothing wrong with teaching children critical race theory. What the hell?
Exactly. Hey, BC, it's hard to be Black, isn't it? I know.
Hard knock life. Hard knock
I
life,
hear
bro.
you. I hear you. I know. It's crazy. Yeah.
Wildin'.
Yeah.
Can't even write a book. Oh
Yeah.
man.
All right.
It's also
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
we should probably leave it there. But yeah, so like I said, there is now a GoFundMe trying to get more of these books to students who are now in this area where it's banned. I understand the like gray area that GoFundMe can be. That totally respectable. If it's something you feel comfortable with, and if it's something that in this particular case, I feel better plugging that than anything owned by Jeff Bezos. No offense to anyone else in the room.
Correct.
No, 100%. And if you have the link, please drop it in the chat so that way people can access it. And when this video goes out on YouTube, in its description and in the first comment below the video will be the link should you feel you want to contribute to the GoFundMe. Hit that subscribe button. Anyway, y'all remember SwatKats?
What
No.
is that?
All right, so for those about the age of one Shino Brando, SwatKats was a Fox TV show and was highly regarded in its animation style, in its characters, in its writing. It was one of the premier, but also dark, but also edgy in the best way possible Fox TV shows ever produced.
It's a bold
Okay.
title.
So, it lasted for a couple of years. And now, after many a stint, even a run on Kickstarter in which helped fund the thing, it is back. SwatKats Revolution is officially coming to people's screens.
Damn.
Am I allowed to ask who fucking asked for this?
I asked. You won't have any questions anymore. I asked.
Understood.
You had it right,
Personally.
but you had someone who's not gonna be happy with it.
Oh,
so.
Drat said no one did.
Oh shit!
You know what? Your membership's still welcomed here. All right.
Anyway, so for some more detail, exactly who's bringing it back is Toons Animation, Toons Media Network. They are a subdivision of a subdivision of a subdivision of Viacom CBS.
Oh, okay.
And apparently, this has been something that was brought to Netflix and Amazon and Disney Plus and all the big peoples, and all of them wanted to change it. And
Damn.
both creators, the Tremblay brothers, were like, "Fuck no. This is an edgy cartoon about cats. What do you want to change?"
Yo, dude, it's like, so I'll tell you right now, Bobby Shino woke up one Saturday morning, was just like, turn the TV on, get a bowl of your cereal, Lucky Charms, and start watching cartoons. And then suddenly, SwatKats. And I'm like, SwatKats?
They'll make a show about anything.
Fucking dumb. 50 minutes in, holy shit, fucking SwatKats?
SwatKats.
Can I get more of that?
Oh my god.
It was, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it to you. It's if I even go into description, it won't even make sense to you. But it's from an era of time. It's such a 90s piece that it could only make sense in the 90s. Because 90s was doing anything. You had anthropomorphic everything. Turtles, mice, ducks, these guys.
I'm telling you
So, I
right
mean-
Can't
now.
morphize anything if you try hard enough.
I'm telling you
Yeah,
right
man.
now. Biker Mice from Mars is next.
Sorry, son, you're too late. They already did that like 10 years back.
Oh fuck.
I am.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you're way too late. But this shit, so these guys so basically it's just two mercenary dudes who have a day job of being mechanics, and then they have like this wicked jet, and they go do mercenary work or stop bad guys, and literally it's just two dudes blowing shit up. That's all it fucking is, and it's fucking awesome. It's just two dudes in a jet, and they blow shit up.
So wait,
They're
hold
also
on.
bats.
Hold on.
Fighting
You're
evil.
telling me
Fighting evil.
you're telling me this
And
is
also
just
they're
cause
cats?
with cats?
Just cause with cats, beastie. Just cause with cats. Yes.
All right, that might sell me on it. Actually, that sounds pretty
Wow.
100%. Okay, listen. If that description,
Giant towering mutant destroying your city. Two cats and a jet will blow the fucking thing up. 30 minutes later, it's done.
good.
definitely,
Never
Yes.
hated its that.
definitely not Godzilla, because that would be copyright infringement. Blow it the fuck
That
up.
would be.
That's right.
Damn.
Cat. Oh yeah.
That's my favorite Austin Powers joke, by the way.
Jeez.
Yeah, so SwatKats coming back. By the way, if you have not heard the intro to SwatKats, I encourage
Yo, dude.
everybody
Yes.
Go find it. Warner Brothers Entertainment has officially released it on their YouTube channel. And in preparation
Yeah.
for this discussion, I watched it. I was
Dude.
like, that's so sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine me on a Saturday morning now that I know second episode? I'm like, SwatKats, yes. Theme song is hardcore. Let's go.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So something
All right.
from something good for creators and good for people to something questionable.
Mm.
All right. So it was pretty open news. Well, early this week that Sony Industries Entertainment has bought Bungie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is kind of good and bad. We've seen recently, so just for the actual price, Sony bought Bungie for $3.6 billion, which is pretty low in the grand scheme when it comes to like video game development and all of that. Like 3.6 is a little on the low side, but it's more money than I'll ever see. Anyway,
Yeah.
so my
That's
question
money.
was, is this kind of good for gamers? Like, is the consolidation of Microsoft doing their buyout not 2 weeks ago and PlayStation buying Bungie, is that good for gamers? Are we going to benefit like as a
No,
consumer for that?
emoji.
PSD?
No.
Like, meh, but at the same time, meh. Because because this news is so like fresh, there's been shit coming out every day for this and like more details about it.
Mhm.
So as per se a regular consumer on that side of it, it's not really gonna affect anybody if nobody's playing Destiny stuff. Maybe some Bungie things, like maybe people could be like, okay, this might be interesting. But from a recent video post talking more about the details of that, the whole reason like after this like deal went down,
Mhm.
basically Sony's trying to hold down and try to get the Bungie devs, like the Destiny developers more or less,
Hmm.
just so they can have them stick in, and that way they can also build up on getting more of the media aspect of it, so like making movies or TV shows with whatever their content that they have.
Properties, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they want
so Sony just want to make
that's
more money.
so they want
Mm.
Bungie's developers and they want their IPs. So they bought the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So then that way they can do
Yeah.
that, but also if they develop more IPs, they can use kind of like some, crossplay brand ideas, aka Destiny,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
learn how to do that with their own later future games, which is a lot
Yeah.
of shit. So like, God,
SC Leohido in our chat says short term good, long term probs not.
yeah,
My kind of thing is Microsoft bought a really big company the other week, and Sony, while Bungie isn't huge, the player base for Destiny is massive. So much so,
Well,
Destiny.
also-
Yeah, go ahead.
Finish your thought, and then I'll
Like
about why
it's
Bungie
it's
is worthwhile to buy.
massive. Like it's
Mhm.
beyond like that. But Destiny and Destiny 2 have a longer lifespan than I'm aware of thus far.
hmm
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
Destiny, and I'm just calling it Destiny flat because
Do
you
it.
can basically just buy the first game and then buy a bunch of add-ons, and you're playing the second game, and the
Mhm.
servers are the same, so it's the same game.
okay,
But the thing is, right, that Destiny's player base is crazy active, and it's been up for a best ongoing game for I think 2-3 years in a row now at the Game Awards.
hmm
And the content stream is very consistent, but they also have before this we talked about a while back that they were shifting how they were releasing the next few pieces of DLC, and that they weren't releasing like the same dungeon in the same along with the raid, and it was kind of a whole thing. So I wonder if their changing approach to their own content was really a signal that this was coming. But why Bungie is a worthwhile buy, even just as a thing, IPs and devs aside, is it's a gaming company with prestige. Like, they're the Halo guys.
Yeah.
Sure, Microsoft 343's got it now, but Bungie are the Halo guys.
hmm
They know how to build a game and get fans in it then and there and repeat
Yeah.
themselves. So when you prove
And they-
consistency, yeah, I get it.
yeah.
Shino, you're
And
looking
they've also
extra
proven they know when
inquisitive.
to put a story down.
I'm listening, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Just
Also, side note, real quick though, with
Yeah.
the whole Microsoft and Activision buyout too, it's so it just came out like a few days. I don't know if after the whole Sony news colliding and all this stuff, but after that, basically I don't know what the exact name is, but basically the people that look at like all these people like doing acquisitions and video game stuff, all that like media buyouts, the legal people of that literally saw this happening and they're like, whoa, okay, so this is a lot. We're gonna look at this to make sure that this doesn't affect the consumers later on, or that it's not a bad like acquisition. So because this was happening, literally the legal system is like, you gotta fuck this up and chill the fuck out.
That's exactly. So there's a legit rule set against way too much monopoly.
Yeah.
It's just not allowed, right? You can't do it. So that's why they come in and they're like, hey, wait a minute.
Shino, you got to back up
Hold
like
up.
3 inches. That way your mic picks you up.
Oh, sorry, I'm a little too lenient, but like they literally have that rule set so that you can't monopolize the entire fucking thing for yourself.
Yeah.
And like if you're someone like me, okay, because like this blows my mind because again, Bobby Shino was there from like when they launched Nintendo, right? So like to see like now we're doing consolidation and fucking monopolization of studios and shit. I just remember days of fucking just you threw your card in and played. Now there's so much going on that it's become, to me, it's less video gaming now. It's just more who can snatch your studio, who could be the new Sony, who could be the new Disney, right? Who could be the new Microsoft.
You're right, and like from the console level, like sitting in your fucking living room playing, feel free to disagree with me, but AAA gaming, in general, sucks right now. Like,
yeah,
there's
a handful of exceptions. Yeah.
But in general, it's very monotonous. I'm sure you guys noticed a few, like 5-10 years ago, every fucking game in the world came out with box art that looked almost exactly the same. Video games for the last while have been all trying to be the same thing, and there are obviously exceptions, and we love those exceptions very dearly. But monopolizing isn't going to make it better. Consolidating is just going to put pressure on people to release more and more of the same. I mean, hell, the Valorant and League both dropped. They're owned by the same people, and they both dropped new characters semi-recently, and it's the same fucking character in a slightly different skin. Like,
and to spin it in a Nintendo direction, Mario went pretty much open world, Zelda went open world, Sonic went open world, Pokemon went open world, Kirby's about to go open world.
Yeah, it's the sandbox resurgence. Like,
yeah. But if there's any more like fallout from that, or if Bungie employees are like, hey, we don't like that. The promise from Sony is that Bungie will remain mostly independent. And Beastie brought up the point of, what they really wanted was that development studio and also the IP of Destiny.
Yeah, mostly to the developers, like in that sense, like after the acquisition even went down, they literally threw more money at the developers. That's like the whole thing. Sort of like, just stay here for a little bit. We got more to show you. So it's like it's fucking nuts of what's happening with this. But yeah, it's a lot going on.
Stay here. Have you seen our cafeteria? It's so awesome.
Hey, have you seen the limited edition PlayStations that we have? You can have one.
Just come on here, man.
You want a PS5? They can't find them. We can enter. Your employment will enter you in a chance to win a PS5.
Stop. Cut that out.
Don't give ideas, Red. Don't fucking give ideas.
Don't put that in the universe.
It would be so true.
Swear to God, if you manifest that shit.
You know what I did manifest though, Beastie?
Yeah.
The rings.
Oh gosh.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Before you go, I was about to say, they don't have enough of video games bust SwatKats. Beastie, take it away. Thank you.
God damn.
You know what? I'm in.
Oh god.
Sure.
There are no PS5s.
There is no war in Bossing Say. Like,
Fucking draft. Oh man, it's just PS4 You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Not wrong.
They did go back for that.
Yep.
But yeah, quick news for my part. This one is gonna be something.
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Maine
I
said,
saw that.
yeah, don't give him ideas. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, Maine. Listen, personally, real personally, I'm sorry.
You should be.
But
Spray
yes,
bottle.
besides the whole Monopoly video game powers, we're going to the Rings of Powers with
Mhm.
the Lord of the Rings, which is a new series that's been talked about since I think late last year or like summer of last year when we first heard it.
Yeah.
But now they have the official like posters, as per se. I can't say character posters because we're not really seeing shit besides hands and like per se weapons and all this stuff. But these are I believe there's 16 or
There's
I think there was
16,
like
yeah.
roughly 16.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
16
that's it.
posters officially of all the posters of the different characters. So they're just promoting that. They're like, hey, just reminding you that it's gonna come on Amazon in September, and everybody's just like, yeah, but at the same time, it's still early. Fuck. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dead ass, but all right, like
Cool, but
Cool.
what?
We still have 8 months to go.
Yeah.
Sweet.
2022 literally just started.
But also, like, do we know who's in this show?
I don't remember. I if we did talk about it before,
Do
we
we
might
care?
have got on the premise.
We read. There's a Frodo and a Legolas and an Aragorn.
There's gonna be a hot Sauron.
The hot Sauron.
Sauron is
Okay.
always hot. I don't know what to tell you. It's not great news, but
Sorry,
it is
we're getting
true.
second age hot Sauron, where he just
Damn.
looks like Legolas but better groomed.
Are we gonna have to do
Oh.
a thing on?
Wait, pause. Hold
Yeah, what do
on.
you got?
How do you get better groomed than Legolas? Excuse me?
Legolas looks like he climbed out of a
Look.
tree a lot of the time.
Here, I'll put it-
Sauron cares about his hair.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, cosmetic science has had like 20 years to progress. Like,
Mhm.
we have all new ways to yesify him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
Sounds right.
I think I broke
He's right.
red.
Sauron got highlights.
Sauron's always been hot. Like, it's not
Yeah.
great news for people who don't know, but it is true.
Mm.
I was gonna say a thing like I think I know a thing and I didn't, so I backed out. I'm done now.
Understood.
It's fine. Going on to the other piece of news because like Lord of the Rings, sure, but at the same time, let me just move you over for a little bit.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Okay.
literally.
Okay.
We need you need to vamp. I did a stupid. You need to vamp.
Vamp.
Oh.
Yep. We need to talk about something else for
We
a
don't-
hot little while I do a thing.
Ramble on.
Oh God. So okay, actually, quickly going back to the Destiny stuff. So Nintendo had talked about their little thing about like what their thoughts on this was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Nintendo president, well, I can't pronounce his first name, but I'll say Mr. Furukawa, put out a quote earlier today, literally today, which if you're seeing this later on, it's gonna be on a Thursday. So he said, our brand was built upon products crafted with dedication by our employees, and having a large number of people who don't possess Nintendo DNA in our group would not be a plus to the company. So essentially what the conversation before that was connecting to that statement is that like if they would be, possibly buying more other acquisitions or companies. No. So basically,
No.
we have our own shit that we're looking at. We don't need to worry about that right now. And then like and in a later statement in summarizing in proper terms, he basically was mentioning too that like if there is a need or if a cause for like buying another per se acquisition or all that stuff, right? It would have to again match the DNA of whatever Nintendo is, and at the same time, it would have to be something that would like blend of whatever the company wants and what they're specifically looking for. So
Yeah, that's
Okay,
very
yeah,
much
yeah.
where Nintendo's at. Like their acquisition of Monolith Studios, the better part of 10 years ago, and then to add on to the Zelda franchise, add on to the Mario franchise,
mhm,
take what we have, spin it a little bit,
mhm,
and make us money.
literally.
they've got a system.
Yeah. But it's just funny just hearing it. I was like, damn, they really said no out
Yeah,
loud.
Nintendo's just like, hey guys, check out Microsoft. Look at the brand new card I got.
the fuck Wes? We got a new game out. What the fuck you want to do?
Like, all right.
Who
Anyway,
asked more
like-
Mario? Like,
He's like, oh, did you see the new Mario Party? We're just making. You released one just now. No, we're making another one.
yeah,
Hey, Nintendo, huh? Sony just got a new puppy.
I got a zoo.
We made a new Switch. The fuck? Okay, cool. Anyways, continue, Rob. Like,
all right, Beastie, whenever you're ready.
okay. So the next piece of news, again, it's gonna be very quick, but it's very questioning because it's related to comics, and I looked at this so questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Dakota Johnson from 50 Shades of Grey. Other movies too, probably. All this stuff, right?
That's just the one that Beastie knows her from. He's seen that one a couple times. Yeah.
I've never seen it. I just know that she's
You
in
don't
it,
have
and
to
that's
defend
about
yourself
it.
to us. You have nothing to
Probably.
prove here, Beastie.
Yeah,
Listen,
50 Shades
No,
of Grey.
no,
This is
no,
this is a judgment-free zone.
because I'm not having not in a month of not in the month of Black History Month. Am I being accused for allegations? Not happening. Not in my fucking area. Don't think so.
I think we should acknowledge her for the most noteworthy thing she did, which was being the catalyst to the end of Ellen's career.
Damn.
Thank you.
So what's
Got
your
it.
news again?
They got it.
What's your news?
Thank
Jack,
you.
no, Jack, I've never even touched a book. Don't even go there.
I know you see all the movies, 50 Shades of Grey and the sequel. I know you saw them. I know. It's
And the
okay.
sequel.
The sequels.
Jesus. But yes, so there's been talks that, apparently she's been tapped to play Madam Web for the latest Madam Web project. Why?
Thank you. That's the question I was going to ask.
No, let me go.
Hang on, wait.
Yes. Wait. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Who fucking asked? Because I didn't.
No,
I know.
Sony, the Sony what's it called? The Sony Universe of Spider-Man movies or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
that's
That's who asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who asked.
unfortunate.
Amy Pascal? Is that who it is? Is that who I'm looking at?
That's who it is.
Not Feige.
No.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Okay, so but at the same time, the only thing I could think of
Strike one.
that they try to do is that they do the second iteration of Madam Web, which was someone, if you remember her name, I forgot it. I literally had it. Was it Jessica something?
Oh, Jessica Drew.
Well, no, not Jessica Drew. It was someone else. Like the second iteration, like the younger one, is someone else, and I can't remember her name. I saw it and I just forgot. But
I don't know.
yeah. So they're both from 616 of iterations of Madam Web. If nobody knows the comics, but the older version is I believe Cassandra something, and then the second iteration, which is the younger one in the red coat, and also in the anime series for Spider-Man with the Drake Bell version. Yada going on to that. Is another younger version, but it's Jessica something, and I can't remember the last names. But that's where I'm thinking they might go. And if they try to do that, or they try to multiverse some shit into it. I don't know, because
I mean,
Loki tried
so
to do
far,
that.
by looking at her and then giving that description, it looks like they're going for the latter.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Right?
Still, I want old man Madam Web, like old woman. My bad, Madam Web. I'll say old man Logan, but like,
I got you.
Funny you say that too, because Madam Web originally got killed by
You.
or close to getting
You
killed.
just
by
got-
Juggernaut.
We lost the murder.
Yeah,
fucking Juggernaut, that bitch.
yeah.
That bit.
Damn.
And also, fun fact: in the original, in the '90s animated series, she was voiced by Stanley's wife.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, cool.
But yes. So I don't know. Wild choice.
Okay, what
Didn't
if?
ask, but yeah.
What
Weird.
if this is Sony's way of doing Spider-Man Shattered Web, the video game, but the movie?
Well, I mean, we're already doing Spider-Verse. I mean,
funny.
why would we need to do this?
They're gonna keep going.
Now we're just,
Multiversing it up.
yeah. Now we're just doing it for funsies. Now that's just gonna
Yeah.
get tired
Fun and
real
profit.
fast.
Fun and profit.
Yes, the FAP. I get it. Yeah.
But stop.
Yeah.
But
50
It's
Shades
not
of Grey.
me.
We just talked about it. I know.
it's not old Madam Web though. It's not old Madam Web. It's young Madam Web, and I'm like, I still want the old one because that's a classic.
I understand what you're saying. I understand. I get you.
But maybe she
Mhm.
starts young and gets old.
That.
I'm
mean,
just
I
throwing
don't know.
ideas. I don't know.
I don't know.
man.
At the same time,
Just
I'm just
wrong.
like. At the same time, I haven't seen her work like at all, so I can't judge her. But at the same time, I'm just like, why? see the issue? Yeah. So I'm
I
like,
get you.
The man.
others.
Robert Pattinson was once a sparkly vampire. Now he's Batman. You
It's
can't
true.
judge.
Anything can happen.
That's no, and that's what I'm saying. I can't judge her. I don't know how well she could do.
We're gonna find
But
out.
I'm watching fucking Sony with a fucking Hawkeye. I swear to God.
As you rightfully should be doing.
Yep.
They're giving us such classic movies like Morbius.
Which
And-
one?
No, they haven't,
Did you know
No,
you
they
watched
haven't.
Morbius?
and they're not going to.
That's
you know you
that's
want
on
that movie?
April's Fool's Day. We're the fool.
Damn.
The joke's on us.
Everyone's a fool if Morbius gets released.
I didn't know I wanted that movie. I'm getting that movie apparently.
Drat, maybe they do the opposite of Disney magic de-aging and make her look way older. No!
Yeah,
Why?
maybe.
Stop!
Prosthetics, I guess. But
Who wants to
Nah.
give older actors work? Absolutely not.
yeah.
Did you not see how they did to Jada Smith in fucking The Matrix? That was terrible.
Stop that.
Damn. That's my news though. So
All right.
All right.
Lastly, but
Welcome to
certainly
the
not
speed running
leastly.
of news segments.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where would you like to begin?
Start us off with Halo, if you mind,
I do not.
because we were talking about it earlier. We have a trailer. We have a trailer for the show. The show that is going out March 24th on the Paramount Plus. Fucking
You nailed it.
for some reason. Obviously this simply means we're all gonna have to get really familiar with the high seas.
I already surf there every day.
Good man, good man. But the trailer looks fucking great, okay?
Mhm.
Like, we've got multiple Spartans on, not necessarily all of them named. It's not always clear if you can see the numbers on their armor, so there's a little bit up in the air who's who and what we're seeing, but there are many Spartans. We have Chief himself, he does talk. We've got a kind of young looking Halsey, which isn't my ideal, but we'll let it slide. We've got Cortana, who introduces herself and gets addressed at least once. We've got the Admiral, we've got High Charity, we've got the Flood. There's some weird lady who is acting as the spokesperson for the Flood or something, which I don't really know what the fuck's up with her nonsense, but I'm excited to find out.
I'm excited for you to find out and then hear how it's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh boy, are we getting a backtrack episode? It's like, oh shit. Oh boy, can't wait for that.
It looks cool. They've got the sci-fi effects blended really, really well with the very military aesthetics of Halo. They've got the glowy shit. They've got elites looking scary with their fucking laser swords, not lightsabers. Important distinction.
damn.
Understood. TM.
It looks great. Okay, I'm very excited by this.
I just have one question because as another
Always.
Halo person, well, partial Halo person, right?
Mhm.
With Cortana, there's been a divide recently
Mhm.
about that. How do you feel about it? Because people have been like, "Oh, this is cool." Like when you're approaching this seems proper. Other people have been like, "I don't like that." I'm just curious on what you thought.
She looks different.
Mhm.
And also the idea of this guy's fucking weird, so we're gonna put a robot in his head. Certainly not ethically great. But nothing about the Spartan program was great. So,
True.
like, this is in line with all other morality that they display.
Mhm.
In terms of her appearance, call me a heretic, but I've actually never been crazy tied to how Cortana looks.
Mhm.
Heretic.
She's changed a lot over the years from game to game. She gets a little bit different each time with bigger changes recently. And
Yeah.
then the iteration of definitely not Cortana in Infinite also has a very different design while being reminiscent. So, like, she looks different. Whatever.
Is the one thing still constant? Does Master Chief still have big body with weird baby head?
Unclear. We haven't seen his face yet, but we've seen his back and he has weird
Understood.
scars.
I gotta.
Yeah.
Other Spartans look
Understood.
mostly adult though, so we'll see.
Okay.
Do we know
Yeah.
who's playing Chief?
Well, I don't know if
Other
you know,
people
but
might.
okay. I was gonna say because like they did mention who it was, but I don't know where to cite him from other stuff because the only thing I'm remembering is from Orange Is the New Black, and he was one of the security guards, but I can't remember his like actual name, and that's a problem.
Hmm.
Yep, that's
but-
a problem.
No. He's one of the security guys who was like one of the tall guys, and he's
The
been
one
in
with the
other
big
stuff. But
mustache?
I think so.
Pablo Schreiber. Thank you, Drat.
That might be. That should be him. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
But he's done some other work which has been somewhat good from what I've seen. I think, but it was just an interesting choice though for the height. I
Big.
guess.
I'm in
Big.
for a Halo series. I need another sci-fi series to just like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
sink my teeth
Book of
into.
Boba
I'm
Fett is
in.
letting us all down. Yeah. But because we're going fast, on to the next piece of news, which
Yeah.
is to
No,
say,
no. Take your time. Don't worry. Go ahead.
no.
Go through your thing.
So-
Don't.
This is a mess. Flat out, I want to start with that. The CW. You know, those guys we recently learned haven't been profitable for their entire existence.
Before we get too
Mhm.
far, you're welcome.
What?
I had different news picked for this portion, and then Red was like, hey, here's something. And I was like, you better be bringing it. And he was like, I can't be. And I was like, well, I guess I'll be bringing it. Replace the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they've announced that they're going to order a pilot for a show called Gotham Knights.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, like the video game.
The game we
Fucking game
can't
hasn't even
play.
come out.
The game we can't play.
It's not connected to the Arrowverse or Batwoman in any conceivable way.
Now, for
Awesome.
now.
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
Yeah, until the crossovers.
Stop.
I gotta be honest, guys. I was initially like, "Oh, I'm excited for this," and then I immediately started reading the articles, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not excited for this."
How bad is it?
So the premise is that in the wake of Bruce Wayne's murder, his adopted son will team up with the children of a bunch of like his villains who are all suspected of Bruce Wayne's murder and will eventually form a new team, the Gotham Knights. Which of his sons is the adopted son in question? Undisclosed.
You know what? I am not even bothered or shocked by this anymore. It's CW. I expect this kind of diarrhea now.
Is it CW owned?
Yes. I expect
This is
I
CW.
expect this. Yeah, I expect this level of shit coming from that place. I expect that. You know what? I was gonna be hurt by this. No.
So
You didn't have time to get emotionally invested in the idea of it.
No.
I was like,
Can't
oh,
hurt
they've
you when
got
you
a
don't care.
great video game with a great concept. Awesome. That's like, yeah, that'll translate to, a series with 2 good seasons and 3 bad seasons. It's perfect.
Yo,
Yeah.
listen. They canceled Powerpuff Girls for this, and it still didn't get any better. Why are we doing this, CW?
Why?
All right, I'm done.
What's worse?
Main asking, aren't DC movies prone to crashing and burning? Yeah. So is a lot of the shows after a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Hey,
but we were allowed-
hang on.
We
Hang
used
on.
to hope that we might be able to like have at least one good season from a show, and these days,
Stargirl and Superman and Lois are totally fine.
Black Lightning too.
some of them are fine.
Yeah, there's
Some of them are less fine.
They're all shining.
I'm gonna give you-
All of the ones we just mentioned are shining turds, though. Like,
I'm gonna give you a hard sigh on all of those because I wanted to like them all too, and then as I watched, quality began to dip really fast, and so I jumped ship really early.
Mm.
I can't deal CW stuff anymore. I can't do it, especially after witnessing something like Titans, and then
Fair.
go watch something on CW. I'm just like, why would I fucking go back?
Why am I here?
can you believe
Yeah,
that we're in the
no thanks.
minority with that opinion, though?
I don't even care. People can hate on Titans all they want. It's still a much better show than anything fucking CW pumps out. Oh man.
Yeah.
Sometimes
But
the
I
bar
need to
is
be
on-
clear.
Mhm.
That's not all the news about CW's releasing, and announcements and stuff. So they're also
Mhm.
gonna put a pilot for
No,
a
you need to
spin-off
hear
of
this.
their
Put those back on.
their show Walker. That's a reboot of the Texas Ranger.
Mhm.
No.
And it's called Walker Independence. And it's getting at least a pilot. The premise being Abby Walker, an affluent Bostonian whose husband is murdered, and she goes west. And while she's trying to get revenge, she comes across some fucking guy and who's just like, sure, I'll help you kill a man, I guess. And then they go to Independence, Texas, where they encounter, quote, diverse, eclectic residents running from their own past. and then they gotta like fight to change the system or something.
Can you?
No. Table has won this week for who fucking asked.
No, but here's the thing, because I can't see who fucking asked. Like, I'm looking outside.
Me either.
I
I
know
can't
who
find
asked.
it. I can't
You
find
guys
it.
are looking. I was wondering too. She wins it this week. She
You
won
know
this
who
week.
asked? One of the producers, Jared Padalecki, who is the star of
I
Walker.
knew it.
Oh,
Is
that's why that was all
Ashley
connected.
Genevieve?
God, I hope not, but she might. But she can't, because Genevieve plays Walker's wife's ghost in like flashbacks and stuff.
Why do
So
you
she
know
can't
that?
possibly play
Oh,
Abby.
no.
Genevieve being Padalecki's
CW
wife.
will absolutely play the two women who mysteriously look the same.
They
And
will,
One of
you're
them's your
right.
dead lover, and one of them could be your new lover.
What's
You're right.
next? What's next? Walker, like a TV show about an old lady's walker. Wait, what are we putting out there right now?
Walker, geriatric.
Oh,
Walker hybrid. Fucking.
Red. You were so close because you had SwatKats and like only one person in the world. But then Jared Padalecki's actually fake. So he
See?
asked for this, and that's what one who fucking asked this
And
week.
if you think that's all, you're wrong.
No.
Wait,
There's one more show that is getting its pilot. We've actually talked about it a little bit before.
Oh.
This one is a supernatural spin-off.
The one I mentioned, yes.
It's called The Winchesters, and it is
Uh-huh.
indeed getting its pilot. And it is
Oh.
indeed about John and Mary Winchester. For some fucking reason, as if anyone cares about those
I will-
two.
This is the thing that Jared punched Jensen in the face over, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I have a dumb
Look, the
question.
supernatural fallout was
Yeah.
hilarious, and we'll probably have to do
Yes,
more on it
Austin.
eventually, but
I gotta see some of the CW, okay?
Damn. The Cordellas literally appeared.
damn.
Are you good?
There
Red?
aren't words
No.
for how fucking weird all of the CW's current choices are. Every single one of these shows is bad in a different and creative way.
So here, okay, hold on.
Yeah,
hold
go
on,
ahead.
hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
You
So
talk.
the-
I'm gonna look for who asked.
The fucking Winchester thing. We brought that up.
Yeah.
Nobody still asked for that one, right?
No one
That's
asked for
getting
that.
a pilot. No one's getting a pilot for some fucking reason. I'm surprised. I'm not even surprised though, because like we talked about it. The fucking the Gotham Knights. Why? And then besides that, fucking I'm not giving it a thought. No. The fucking what is it? This recent Texas Ranger reboot bullshit. Is that what it?
Walker,
Is that what it is?
Geriatric. Yeah.
Okay, so I know the gist of Texas Ranger or whatever, but the fact that they're coming back with geriatric Walker up in this bitch, why? Why did Jared?
That's a
Why
great
did Jared
question.
think he could make money?
Who keeps giving CW money?
Jared.
No one. They're broke.
Why?
I have a theory.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Go
a
on.
theory. I think that Tumblr owns all the CW stock.
Stop. That would be so funny.
Wait. So why don't they? Wait.
Oh my god, wait, is the CW an entire NFT? The CW's an NFT!
No fucking
It's
thanks.
time for No Fucking Thanks, a segment of this show dedicated to the bashing and thrashing of the world of NFTs. We stuck it right here at the end.
It's fucking full circle now!
Yeah.
I think we're onto something. I gotta be real. There's just no way. It's not profitable. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. No,
Oh, man.
we were talking about how it's the mattress store of TV networks.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry.
Who's the only people who would want to buy stock in them to begin with?
And who's to say
I was gonna
that
say
it's
Twitter,
not
but
actually a pizza place that is mysteriously always empty?
The CW
Don't
is
go
that,
there.
Someone's grandmother.
Do
the
not go
CW
there.
is that
No. No.
bad partner
I'm
in a relationship.
stopping.
CW is that bad partner relationship that you don't sleep in. Like, you know what?
no, you cut out like just
Oh,
on the
I'm
half
doing it
part.
again.
I was saying the CW is that bad partner in a relationship that you know is sleeping around on you, but you still pay rent for. That's the CW.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
CW and Tumblr have separate beds since Tumblr banned certain content.
Hmm.
That's true. That's true.
Hmm. Mm.
Your
That's so
boobs on
much funnier
Tumblr,
than you think it is, and I
allegedly.
hate that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Allegedly.
Holy shit!
Mm.
Uh,
Wow.
We're on to something, folks.
We're on to something. I don't know quite what we're on to, but
this is a session I like to call harmless conspiracy theories. I wonder that you need to believe in
God.
things that probably aren't true, but also I'm not committing a hate crime.
There's so much fucking wild news that we're creating new segments every fucking week. This is nuts.
I gotta up my fucking heart medication dosage because this shit's like, this shit's pushing it right now, man.
Like,
all right.
Mm.
We also
God.
do fun things on all of our socials. You can find us on Twitter at Crusade Nerd. You can find us on Instagram at Nerd Crusade. You can find us on TikTok and Facebook for Gen Alpha, Gen Z, and all you boomers out there. Drat says you need a new segment or you make a new segment. You know what?
That'd be a great segment. We'll put it in the works.
We'll talk about it
Makes-
post show.
Making new segments.
You can find us here twice a week on twitch.tv/nerdcrusade by hitting that follow button so that way your phone tells you and we don't have to.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and button mash a thumbs up. If you want to swing by when we have a new video, web up the sub button. Oh, and while you're at it, hit the bell to be notified by.